same day, the one in Michigan would have been an A tier.
Yeah.
Like if like Ice Knight and a bunch of other Chicago people went, like a tag that night, if they were able to come, that would have been a winner.
It's upsetting, but then after that Calm Breaker, hopefully get some stuff there. I think I got Rival Slot 4 already, so I'm excited. But even trained in this game, we got Rob versus Dice. I've been seeing Rob play here and there, watching the stream popping in. He's been on the grind. I've been seeing, I don't know how far he's been losers, but he's definitely been making the moves, definitely making the ups and stuff like that to get this far right already. So
yeah, Rob's been everywhere recently. He's been playing a lot, so he's definitely no stranger to long runs like this. That right there, what we just saw, is going to be one of the things that makes this matchup so rough. These two have played quite a few times. I don't think Rob has taken the set off of him.
So this could be a first.
Yeah, it definitely could be. The way Rob's been playing recently, I think Dice definitely is not coming into this game feeling too comfortable.
Yeah, I was saying Rob play a little bit earlier, so I'm like, ooh, the Snake's got some sauce. I'm
oh, yeah.
very impressed.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two.
But
but then he'll run into a Bayonetta, and then they have to play a 25-minute set. You know.
You got anything else about the players? Because I don't know much.
Yeah, I know that Dice has been on a tear today, of course, but he hasn't been able to play the most recently because he's been busy. He's occupied. Busy man. But Rob has just been on the grind. He's playing a bunch. Dice, number 3 in Michigan, I think, right now. Really solid player. So he's definitely not something that not someone that can be ignored here. But right away, nice little kill for Rob.
But that C4 top level controlling that zone, it's a very just way to start off Smashville. Because it just gives, if you put a C4 grenade and anything on the top platform, it just gives Snake that momentum. It's just like, alright, this is my zone now, you cannot approach, and if you go under, you get blown up, if you go above, you get blown up.
Yeah, I think Dice is probably just trying to bank on the fact that he'll be able to pressure consistently and quickly enough to not have that C4 be as much of a factor as it could be.
But Snake always gets it somehow.
Yeah,
he always gets it off
exactly.
somehow. So let's see if he can really just control that area, just really get that, because if Snake gets you in the zone, it's hard to get out of it. The down tilt in there, just barely.
Yeah, Rob's doing a great job playing evasively right now. Dice is just trying to run in and get those hits off, but Rob is doing a really good job mixing up his movement with B reverses and wave bounces, making himself real hard to hit.
Yeah, no, he's doing a very good job of just keeping the movement alive. And Snake is one of the characters who has kind of a tough movement to master. So I really like what I'm seeing with all this different type of movement stuff. And gets the backdoor off favor there with the Nokita coming in.
Wow, unfortunate direction that is set there for Rob. Keeping Dice alive just a little bit longer with the F tilt is going to send him right back.
He's playing on fire and he's getting all these angles, all this stuff off. It seems he's already in Dice's head already, which is craziness because the set just started.
Yeah, this is some real hot gameplay from Rob. I don't see him play this well this often. Dice is pretty good at kind of like reining himself in after a rough start, right? He can kind of calm himself down, get a few kills, and get some reverse 3-0s every now and then. He's the type of guy you don't want to give momentum, so Rob really shouldn't calm down too much here as that up throw up air is going to take the stock. We got ourselves a pretty even game here.
Yeah, but Rob coming in with that forward to backer already at 61% of Dice right now. Goes for an area right there. Not going to get anything off of them, but getting all this extra percent using their grenade just as a stopping force. Good grab out of the jab. Wow.
Yeah, Rob is playing different right now. That was a really nice grab. I don't see him do that type of thing very often. He's feeling himself. That's a great reflector from Dice. He hasn't used that too much. He's just been pretty safe with that. Just kind of.
You don't want to throw that too often because you know in this matchup you want to reflect everything you can. It just puts you in a situation where you're just so laggy, you're so vulnerable. So don't throw it up, but the walk up tilt just does it.
Yeah, Dice is just in general opted to just kind of like work his way around the grenades and the Nikitas and stuff rather than just trying to brute force his way through.
Yeah, which is very good in a matchup like this because if you brute force your way through, you're going to get hit by something and then you're like, oh, I took 60. What happened? Oh, there goes my stock.
Right, exactly. And that's what we saw like Rob play Zuri earlier. That's what Zuri did so well. Zuri, Bayonetta, just kind of moving around, ABKs and double jumps. Really hard to get a hold of.
I don't know about you, but I love Sonic music in this game. And I just saw his role in that popping off eternity.
Yeah, the Sonic music in this game is pretty fire, and Dice is a big Sonic fan.
He loves Sonic.
If he has said before that if Sonic required you to play lame in this game, he would definitely be a Sonic fan.
I feel the exact same way, because I'm like, Sonic as a character and just as a personality, so cool. In this game, he puts me to sleep.
Because if you play Sonic like he's played in the games, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not optimal, but the optimal way to play it is just like, all right, spin dash corner.
Ace run away.
I win.
Right.
Let's hop into game number 2 right now. Picking small battlefield. I don't know stages for these type of characters right now. I play Andrew Terry, so like that's my stage knowledge, stuff like that. But I don't know what the idea for Dice is going into this for picking small.
Yeah, see, I know it's an interesting thing because Snake likes the dual class and likes Battlefield, but obviously Falco likes those stages as well because he wants to hit those big exceptions. So they kind of just both benefit from the same thing. So I think it just comes down to comfort and how do you think that you can capitalize off of those advantages better than your opponent.
That's fair enough. I mean, hey, you always got your preference in your stages. Even if it's your opponent, you feel like it's going to benefit you a lot more in this situation right now, too.
Right.
Good
There it is.
reflector on the Nikita right there.
Yeah, Rob getting a little too flippant with the Nikita. Dice responds accordingly, and now with the opportunity to take a pretty substantial lead here, he's doing just that. A nice open up, 51%. That's a great start to a second stock.
Hey, yeah, you're not. I mean, you haven't not got hit since your second stock has started either. You're sitting at 79%, full stock lead on deck, getting the up there. Not killing off the top though, but you're in such a good position with controlling stage. It's such a good neutral advantage to a just full stock lead. It's just really hard for Rob to come back from this moment, and the momentum carrying over into that stock as well.
Yeah, and that's what Dice is so good at, right? If he gets a couple of reads, if he starts cooking an advantage, he is really hard to slow down. He is a train coming right for your stock, and it's really hard to put a stop to that train.
I can definitely see that. He definitely is trying to feel himself the stock, and he just spikes his Cypher, stealing that stock away. 3-stock, game number 2.
Yeah, that was aggressive from Dice, but when you're in a spot like that and Snake is stuck below the stage, there's no reason not to.
You're up 2 stocks, dude. It's like a risk, but you're not. It's not. You're not really risking anything because you're like, oh, I lost my stock.
Right.
I still have a full stock lead.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and like even if you're on last stock there, Snake with no jump way below the stage, there's not much Snake can do with the way
he has to react to it perfectly with grenade recovery, and that's even hard to do.
Yeah, like a C4 or something.
Yeah,
it's really hard for Snake to get around that. Dice knew that, had that in his head, and just took advantage of it in the best moment. And now the set going 1-1. These two guys are going back and forth already.
Yeah, already going back to PS2, a bigger stage for Rob here. Getting really, I feel like he wants to space with grenades. One keeps people in the snake zone, trying to box them out and stuff like that. While Dice is picking these smaller stages where it lets him just play a lot more aggressively, lets him play a lot more in your face. So it's really interesting to see this back and forth stage pick.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how Rob can adapt, because that last game, a game like that can be pretty jarring.
It's mentally jarring.
Yeah, you kind of get knocked off your rocker. It's a tough few interactions. Dice has a really strong string. It can be rough to recover from that. And already Dice is having a hard time getting through the reflector wall. Or Rob is rather. Yeah. Dice is just not having an issue throwing out the shine over and over.
He's figuring out the timing for the reflector to give him the space where he's doing it in the perfect spacing, where he doesn't get punished, but he's also reflecting grenade, stuff like that, so it's giving him that perfect advantage state right there too. So
yeah, he's getting better and better at kind of fading back and jumping with it, so that even if it doesn't reflect anything, it's not super easy for Rob to get a punish. Rob kind of has to predict when he's going to use the shine, and right there it just racks up damage so quickly.
Yeah, you're already at 112, not even by Dice, by the grenades yourself, that he's just reflecting back. There's just not much you can really do. And when you're a character like Falco, you're kind of already at kill percent like this.
Yeah.
One straight hit can convert into really anything, and then that's just the end of the stock too.
Yeah, even just up tilt back air.
Yeah.
That's going to do it at this point. Rob had a nice chance there at the ledge guard, and man, Falco's down air, one of the best moves in the game at contesting that snake cypher.
Yeah, no, going for another downer, it does not matter. He did not hit the cypher, but he hit the flare, and that gave him the snake spike that he needs, and sitting at that 40% first stock lead right here, which is crazy to see.
Yeah, Rob needs to make the most out of an advantage state at some point here. Just get like a big ledge guard or something like that. That's where Rob really gets his mileage. But he's been having a really hard time doing that. As this shine from Dice has been oppressive.
It's not even that he's having a hard time doing it. He's having a hard time finding the pressure to do that. Because he's getting these straight hits, getting these straight hits, running the scramble fight, but he's not really controlling stage, not really fighting for the ledge over here. He's just kind of getting these 1-2 hits, really backing off, just going back to neutral. So he's really got to find these hits to let him control the off stage as well as Snake does. And if he doesn't get that, Dice is going to come and swing.
Yeah, and Dice is kind of just having his way at the moment. He's kind of approaching at will, doing what he wants an advantage. But nice jab into a grab yet again. We see Rob keeps connecting with these. And now chases out with the down air. Great idea, but Dice falls out of it, and the F tilt goes the wrong way. Fourth third.
Yep, that's going to take it, and taking that first stock finally, after 2 games not taking the stock, finally has one on the board right now. Got back in the boat real quickly, but let's see if he can bring this percent up, because you're at a 120 against Falco. Scary place to be in.
Managed to stay alive off the top, up throw, or up tilt into up air. Is going to get the job done. They have some suboptimal TI there on the part of Rob. But now he has Dice off stage. This is where he can really start to pick up his gameplay. Getting Rob in that corner, getting Dice in that corner, and just not letting him back.
Yeah, I want to see more grenade placements. I really take advantage of you controlling all options at ledge. Because if you put a grenade at ledge, throw it above, you kind of control that area where Dice has to go. And I would love to see more of that if you really set those up. Where he's like, all right, you're forced to make this choice, or you will get hit by something, and that might kill you. So I want to see more of the forcing options from Rob over here.
That fourth off the stage, the Naro's going to be great to fight his way out of that corner, and I went down air, not quite going to take the stock. This is what you were talking about, though. Rob needs to capitalize here. The down air didn't do it. Side B, the re-grab. F-tilt misses yet again. Rob had that option covered, though.
Yeah, no, he had the option covered, but he just missed the F-tilt just by a little hair, but he's going to take about 120% up all the way to the blast zone, and up-tilt up air going for it. Not going to get it, but the up smash is going to take it there.
Yeah, and see, on paper, that was a 2-stock, but there were like 3 or 4 interactions there where Rob could have gotten kills much earlier, right? With an F-tilt barely missing, or like dice falling out of a down.
That 3-stock really destroyed his mental plan, I feel like, because he was hitting those really good earlier, not really missing those, really calling out everything, but now he's second guessing.
Yeah, I definitely think there's also a few interactions in that last game that are kind of just unfortunate, right? Like Rob had the right option, but the F-tilt barely missed or something like that. So I think Rob is going into this next game knowing exactly what needs to happen, and having a pretty good idea of how to take this game.
Yeah, I mean, he has the idea. I can see the game plan forming in his head, but the execution isn't just there because of that mental game, that second game right there. But let's see if we can bring it back. We're running back to PS2 over here, so we'll see if some magic can happen for Rob over here. He's cooking up, but Dice is just being a lot better with his adaptation right now.
Yeah, Rob looking like he's trying to just start approaching a little bit slower and force Dice into the corner a bit more, and see if he can make more of that stage control. Because he was having a hard time doing that. That's a great tech in to put Dice in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I started to realize last game. Like, he's sending out all these options, but it's not really giving him the stage control that he wants as Snake. So it's not really giving him the advantage, not really giving him the stage control he wants, and Dice just gets it for free. So he just gets all that percent.
Falco's Shine and Laser are so incredibly good anti-projectile. It's just like those two tools stuff out like every zoner. It's so cool to watch.
The Laser breaks grenade, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
it pops grenade. I think it connects with Nikita. It does everything. And then when the laser doesn't do it, he can just reflect.
Yep. If one option doesn't work, you have another one to throw it out again, and then just swap between the two. And if you even miss the laser on the projectile, you just get free 4%. So
that is one thing that I'd like to see Rob start to do more. Snake can definitely crouch under that laser instead of trying to shield it.
Yeah, just you have the tools to pancake.
So Rob just maybe not thinking to do it or not being gifted the time to do that.
Yes.
But now with Dice at ledge, Rob tries to go off and get him again. That's great DI on the upper.
DI coming up from Robert there, but that doesn't matter if you're hit by your own grenade.
Yeah. And again, that's just a great reflect. Dice is doing such a good job just cutting up Rob's offense with the reflector.
Yeah, no, he's doing a very good job. Dice is doing a very good job compared to game 1. The adaptation from game 2 to now is crazy to see. But Rob is slowly coming back. He's realizing what he has to do in this matchup again.
But that one's just going to send the wrong way. Yeah. Nikita trying to put pressure on longer, and that's a second time now where he had the roll read in the F-tilt, just barely didn't do it. 164 now. Snake's kill options are a vast tree at this point. There's a lot of things he can do.
You have a skill wheel to spin to go for these skill options right now. So.
Oh, you gotta watch out for the landing Nikita though. Jabbed off stage. Did Dice just end?
Oh! Sends the message with that order. He did not need to do it, but he did it right back, trying to get that mental damage back to Dice right there. But
yeah, that's a strong finish for Rob. That does send a message. It's a great way of putting it.
But let's see when this little bit reset, sending back to 0% to stock right, just kind of resetting your game back to neutral right here. We'll see what comes out of this, and Rob is doing a lot better under slowing down the pace of the game, coming back from this stuff like that, and just trying to figure out like, all right, I can't play aggressive because Dice is playing aggressive against me. Let me try to slow down the pace of the game, not send as many projectiles and stuff like that. Just really be patient about this.
Yeah, there's that crouching I was looking for. So they can crawl up and get a lot of free stage control whenever Dice decides to get flipping with lasers. And now Rob is connected with like 4 moves for like 70% in the last few interactions. And now dash attack puts Dice in the corner. That C4 there is threatening, but not quite going to do it. Dash attack keeps in the corner. Rob is threatening for so long now.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. He finally got Dice in that zone where Snake just wins every interaction. Nice. And he's taking a good full advantage of that, just setting up everything he can. He's setting the C4 to make an option that can really just punish there. And he's setting out a second stock, 79% right here. So this could be a good lead for Rob if it really takes advantage of it.
Or Dice might just take it right away and not going to lose the stock. Yeah, and that's a good grenade to get to save Rob from that up tilt in the back here, kill confirm. Now the grenades are on the field going against Rob yet again. Below the stage, what does Dice have? He releases the Cypher early. I think that was intentional, but he just couldn't make anything happen.
Couldn't get a grenade out, couldn't get a C4 out, and he was too ever percent to really go for something because he would have got stage bike by technical stuff like that. So it's just an unfortunate situation to be in, but he does have the percent lead. So this is a huge win for Rob as compared to the last 2 games.
Yeah, this is a significant lead with the way that Snake can kind of rack up damage. But Dice is just going to cut through. Rob thinks he's laser, and he's just going to side B right through and get a lot of damage. now all of a sudden, Dice has the lead back. That down air could have been lethal at this point in the game, but just not quite connected.
Good F-tilt from Robert. There's sent grenade there, but Samir reflected. Does not matter right here. Trying to stop any options he really can, forcing Dice to make a choice and trying to get the punish. I feel like he's making Dice, he's forcing Dice to make these choices that he knows he can punish. He's just not doing the right timing for them. But he got the idea, which I'm very happy by. He's really adapting to this matchup really well.
Yeah, Rob's back air missed by a hair a moment ago, and that could spell that could be the difference here in this set. Tries to move his way around, he does so, gets on the ground. This is big for Dice. That up smash is going to do it, and he takes the set 3-1 fashion, but Rob kept it very close.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the day where he took the set, but Dice had another choice to get rid of it.
And the
Dice
crowd is going wild for Dice.
That's MSU pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, MSU is a very strong force at this time.
I can tell. I've been hearing the cheering.
Oh yeah.
So
Up next, we're either gonna. I'm assuming we're gonna have JJ versus Sir Dank.
I think so.
I would assume, unless they're gonna have Dice play 2 in a row, which
I don't think so. I think they want to get winners finals and then just go through the rest of the
We're
losers.
gonna have JJ versus Sir Dank, and this one's gonna be interesting because I think if you had these two sit down and play 5 sets against each other, I think Sir Dank would win the 5th one. But I think JJ